Hey everybody, welcome to Scott Space. I'm going to be playing Elemental Beta 3. I'm going to do a playthrough. I'm going to do two things for the playthrough. I'm going to do it on, well, let's hit new. So I'm going to, first of all, I have a custom sovereign here with a custom race. And the big things that I took that I really like is, well, I don't know if actually this works or not, this treasure hunter, but I took this just for fun to try it out. I do like +1 of the Army's initiative. Initiative is one of the most important things in the game, and I love this for my for my race. I took Master Scouts, which means there's no penalty on terrain. It just allows you to get things around easier. I'm a big fan of the high-level archers, and I took these two for really two things that I love. So for this one, I like the Long Strider boots and the Band of Vanguard, which just increases your move. Moving is so important. And for this one, I like the Cloak of Shadows. I also like the Ring of Dodge. So I took these two for my custom race. And it's based on humans, so it gets the extra move for your units. Your units get to move twice. Anyway, that's just my overview. I'm not going to take you through creating that. In one of my other videos, I kind of showed you how to do that. So I'm going to use this custom setup here. So here's the rule. I'm going to play on ridiculous, which is really hard. There's one level higher called insane. I'm not sure it actually works because somebody said that this would be double zero or something for level 0, and it didn't work. It may work now, but it's really hard to play on insane. I probably won't win on ridiculous either, but I'm going to give it a try. I did switch to maintenance. I just like the breakup of choke points and things like that. A large world size. Plenty of quests, and I think most everything else is moderate or default here. Okay, and then I'm going to also do the next to highest level for my opponents, which is ridiculous. They kind of still need it. I've played a couple of Beta 3 versions. The AI still is pretty weak. And I'm going to stick to Conquest. Just to simplify this playthrough, and I like Conquest victories, so I'm going to do that. I am going to customize my opponents only because I want to make sure the colors don't overlap, right? So, like, these two colors are, well, they're different enough, I guess. Well, they're both Erksons, see? So, all right, let's get rid of this one. And let's pull up one other. Is that the one we already have? No, I think that's good. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so now I have all different colors. It just makes it easier to separate them. When there's two races that are the same, it's kind of confusing when you play. Okay, so I've got 6 opponents. Most of them are empires rather than kingdoms, so that means they're going to be mostly against me, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so the rule is no reloads, right? So this is Iron Man play, which is really difficult. I will reload under 2 conditions. So I'll reload, obviously if something crashes, which does happen once in a while. And also I'm going to do quick combat when I think I'm probably going to win. If I lose the quick combat, I'm just going to I'm going to reload it, but I have to attack, right? So I have to do the combat, but I'm just going to reload it and play it. In other words, I would always play every battle, but it's just pretty boring sometimes for the simple battles, and I want to make the game go a little quicker. But I'm not going to take a loss in the quick combat. You may call that cheating, but I still have to play the combat. So if I do reload, I have to just do it manually. Because I'm usually only doing that when I should be winning. I'd happily play every battle if I had the time and if I didn't want to bore you too much. But we'll play plenty of battles. Okay, so that's my rule of playing. And let's see what we come up with when we start. Okay, so let's take a look at this start. There's a lot of choices here where to start. I'm definitely going to lean toward this 2-4-2. Now, you never want to take a 1 for food because you won't be able to build any pioneers, but a 2 works out okay. And eventually when you build towns, you'll be able to supplement that food level. So I'm not too worried about a 2, but I really want this for production, and being next to woods also gives me a nice little boost to production as well. The only other one I was considering is this 4-2-3, if it wasn't for, the 3-3-3, excuse me. It's just that the 2-4-2, that better production, is going to make a big difference here. I normally do like 3-3-3s though, but not for my first city. Okay, so we're going to start here. Now, one of the things you're going to notice is that I have a horse, right? So that's one of the, when you set up this custom leader, one of the things I took was under equipment. There's an equipment tab, and I took a horse, and it really, you see here, gives me a movement of 6, which is a huge help in the beginning of the game. People argue eventually you lose the advantage because everyone would have had horses later in the game, and then therefore you don't have one other ability. But this early game is so critical. I think that the advantage of having a horse early on is really important. I also take one other equipment item here. I like this because you rarely get anything this high on defense for gauntlets. And so just that early for defense lets you survive a little bit longer. So those are the two equipments that I pay, one of the points you get a few points for custom sovereign to spend on skills and things. So those are the two things that I don't put into skills, I put to my equipment. And I also take, if you look at my traits here, sorry, I also take this life apprentice, which I usually upgrade right away, and that helps you heal. Healing early on, having a healer early on is huge. It's a huge benefit. Okay, so I'm going to settle here and we'll form our first city. Okay, now if it's late enough, it's not, but if it's late enough, you want to immediately do this Scholar's Sanctum here to get that +2 research. That's critical. I don't have enough yet, so I'm just going to do meditation, which is free, until I get this up to 45 or whatever it is, so probably a turn or two. Okay, I just want to mention some cool changes from Beta 3. So I had made a mock-up of a suggestion for a better UX, user interface, for this panel here when you're selecting a city. And they did three out of the 4 things that I suggested, which was really great, or maybe 3 out of 5 of the suggestions I made. So I was really happy to see that. That's great. So they were, the first suggestion was to shrink this in size, and I'll show you right here. Here's the original one that they used to have, and here's the one I suggested. There's my mock-up, and then you can see they used some of my ideas here, which is great. I was really happy to see that. So the first thing is they made this icon here, or this button. It's really a button because it goes to the detail screen much smaller. It doesn't have to be as big as they had it. And that made this bar here nice and wide. So when you start producing things, right? So if I quickly do this and I start adding things here, you can fit a lot more. Before, I think you could fit 3 or 4. And now I think you can fit maybe 6, maybe 7. I can't remember, but a lot more. So this is nice and wide here. That was one big change. The other change was this, which is to have the city enchantments. Because normally you'd have to go to the settlement details and deal with them here. And a lot of people never found this screen. I didn't find it when I was first playing. And so they're nice and convenient right here. You can see you have an available slot. I would like them. My suggestion was to have it when you click here, it calls up this spell book and it filters this by just city enhancements. But that may have been too difficult or they didn't have time for it. But I would have liked that. But at least you can see them here and then you can dismiss them, right? So if I click this, it will dismiss it, right? Which of course I'm going to say no. So that's cool. And then they added more detail here, which I had put it, you can see in my design there. More detail with the tooltip showing you what everything is, particularly unrest. I think unrest was the one that you couldn't see from this view. You'd have to go into the detail view, and it was a pain in the neck because I wanted to see like which cities I should put somebody in to reduce the unrest. So that's a nice, easy glance for that. I think so. I forget what else is different here, but they added a bunch of data items here. So I was really excited about that. The only thing they didn't do is change this cumbersome menu, which is, and I understand why, because you want to be able to see these things right away so you know what to do. I kind of get that. But this kind of extra menu here is a little cumbersome. Oh, they also added, you can't see it now, but I know the 4th thing they added was if you have 2 cities, there's 2 buttons here left and right to move between the cities. And I think that's new. I don't think that was in the original game. And I know I had put that in my mock-up, which you can see here. So that's great. They took a lot of my ideas and they used them. I was really happy to see that. So it's a lot easier to use, a little more informative. I'm really excited about that. Okay. Next, we're just going to go around now that, again, I have a movement of 6, which is great, so I can get a lot of these. I'm going to scan around the area, and I'm going to grab as many of these goody huts as possible. I'm also going to take on easy battles if I can, and try to build up some fame right away so I can get some more heroes. All right, so let's take a look at that. So it's funny, when you get these... goody huts, sometimes, like, this is pretty useful, right? You get a free creature to be summoned, and some of them are completely useless. Like, you get the same exact sword you start with. So it's really, you can get 4 goody huts in a row and get things that are literally useless except for their sell value, which is minimal. And sometimes you can get an amazing item. And so it's really kind of potluck here. This is neat too, by the way. We have the temple ruins, which is going to give me extra research. That's cool. Research is a big deal, as you probably know. Okay, I think I'm there. Okay. So I may change my mind on this, but I usually beeline right for this thing. It's so important, the Great Mill here. Although at the difficulty level, sometimes I miss it. But I like to beeline right for this thing because production is everything. The plus 10 fame is really nice too when you hit it. But I'm going to do this. And I will eventually make this city a fortress, right? So having a high production fortress with 2 essence here. I think, is they still call it essence? What do they call it? Enchantment slots. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Is super, super, super nice to have, right? When I start cranking out mid-game to late game, cranking out units every 3 or 4 turns that are super powerful, that's going to be a big plus. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, let's grab these goody huts down here. Okay, super important, so I'm going to use this right away. This is great. Experience, another great hit, second one. And the first character I always like to make is a mage, because the most powerful thing, in my opinion, in the game is getting a mage with summoning. So as soon as you can summon the early summoning creatures, so the ice elemental, I think, and the air elemental is super powerful. You start winning battles very quickly. So I always make my first character a mage. Okay. We get here. View. Oh, no, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah, +1 initiative. Okay, good. Not so great, but not bad. And totally useless. It's just a selling item, right? Okay, good. Now, anything that's medium, I'm not going to touch because I could die pretty quickly from. But anything that's weak for quest, I will do. No problem. And I think we could take these guys. Yeah, Darklings. I might have to do this one manual. I don't think it'll work automatically. These guys definitely I would have to do manually, and I'm not sure I could take them, but let's see what happens. Okay. So let's take these Darklings. And I'm not, I probably might get away with manual on that, but I'm not so sure. So another thing I want to just talk about here is another great advantage to having a horse and high initiative, which I do start with here, is it varies with what creature you're fighting, but sometimes you can go in, hit the creatures, back off, let them let them come towards you, and then come back in again. And particularly in the beginning when you're really weak, that can make a big difference, particularly in fighting a little tougher guys than this. Yeah, these guys do very little damage. And again, they're doing less damage because I've got that that gauntlet that's 4 defense, right? So my 4 defense is taking away from their damage, which makes a lot of these early combat really easy. Or easier, or even doable sometimes. Okay, great. So we're going to get some fame, and I leveled 2. So second thing I always take immediately is this knowledge, which is plus 25% experience, so just so I can level much faster. And then I'm going to go right down this track here, although I take that back. I sometimes take life right away so I can heal other units. But first thing I'm going to take is this. Then I may take heal, and then I may go here. We'll see what happens. Okay, and let's get our fame for that. So we got 1 fame. That's great. I don't know that I can take on 2 bandits. So I'm going to just wait on that. These guys I definitely can take, and I think I can. Oh, let's try it. We'll try auto resolve. So again, this is Iron Man. I'm not going to reload anything. The only time I will do that is if an auto resolve doesn't work. And I'm clearly, well, actually, doesn't think I'm going to win. I don't know. Yeah, all right, so I'll just do it manually because I very likely might not have won there. So I know it's bad English, but there it is. Now, I used to take a good weapon, but I found that I can find good weapons pretty quickly, and I thought that one was a waste. I mean, when I first set up the custom Sovereign, but this early sword here is just terrible. By the way, you can see, I think you can see in the attack, let's see. So like when you have your own units, you can, just a little tip here. I think, yeah, if you hover over your stats here, you can see what weapon you're using, right? But that's also useful for like when you complete a quest and the reward for the quest is some unit, right? That's also very useful to see what kind of a weapon they have built in, because you can assign them a better weapon. And the same thing here with the defense, right? So there's my gauntlets. Okay. But my weapon is terrible. In fact, if I pick up a weapon with like +3 initiative, I can do what I was showing. Sometimes I get 2 attacks. I mean, I get 3 attacks before they attack me. Okay. And these, of course, are great lost libraries. I'm just going to increase my research very quickly. Okay, good. Let's continue along that path. This one is strong. We're obviously not going to touch that. I'm going to grab this. So I don't know if this is a bug or not, but they have these might burrows that are empty. It happens every game near your, your first settlement here, and you just get 5 gold and 1 fame. I don't know if they're supposed to be filled or not. Okay, and that's a goody hut. See, so I like this. Doesn't always work out this way, but I like this sort of the mountain that when I selected this during the creation of the world, this mountains. This happens a lot. You get these like pockets, and you get these choke points, and it's really fun. I find that entertaining. Okay, this is good. I don't use this till maybe mid-game, but if I have to rush back because I'm about to lose my capital because there's a spider there or something waiting to get in. These guys are tough. I don't think I can. Yeah, I definitely can't take them yet. Or I probably can't take them. Okay, weak cave. I happen to know, I think this one is actually a fight that I don't think I'm ready for, so I'm going to wait on that one. Because I've done that one so many times. So I'm going to keep looking around and grabbing some stuff. If I had a better weapon, I'd feel much more comfortable. Okay, I forgot, right? I totally forgot that I was going to do this and I was talking. I should have done this run turn 3, so I'm way behind on that. Okay, not too bad. But yeah, I forgot to, as soon as you get enough mana to do that, you want to do that spell. Okay. And then I'm going to build second. I like to build a merchant early. I like to get my cash up. There's a lot of things you can do with cash. Although this is good for unrest and fame. But I'm going to do the merchant first. Money is a big deal. Okay. And then I'm probably going to do, if I find anywhere to settle, I'm going to build a pioneer right away. A lot of times, though, you'll find quests that gives you pioneers. And again, because my movement is so fast with this early horse, yeah, I guess I'll use this. I don't know. I like swords for their... Yeah, I wish I could find a good sword. Okay, so here's a good spot. Well, I don't want another 2-4. Well, this is only a 2-4-1. But, I don't know. I don't know if we want to... All right, let's keep looking around. Yeah, I turned the animation off because the game goes really... This Beta 3, for some reason, it seemed to me, at least on my machine, at my resolution, which is not this resolution, I play on a full widescreen. There's a couple of problems, and I don't know if the animation is a result of that, but the animation has really got slowed down, and so it's really a drag. So I took it off here. Of course, you can leave it on. And if you run at 13... sorry, I can't remember what it is, my resolution. The widescreen resolution, the marriage button doesn't work. So that's another reason. So when I'm not making a video, I play at this resolution until I get marriage, till I pick a spouse, and then I go back to the full resolution, and it's a real pain in the neck. Okay, that is nearly useless, right? I mean, you might find some use for it, but it's nearly useless. Okay, I don't know. I think I can take on bandits. Let me just look around a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any good... I really... My first goal here now is to find a place for my second city, right? Oh, 3-4-1. That's really nice. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, now this is one of the most valuable items you can find, and I found it pretty early. And you can take control of a lot of creatures, which early on in game will give you a huge advantage. But the creature you want to use with this, without question, in my humble opinion, I should say, but without question in my mind, is to use this on the Great Wolf. So when you see a wolf, later on as the wolf packs, the wolf layers level up, you'll see a Great White Wolf, I think it's called. And that unit, when you grab that with this collar, that unit will give your all your units, like when it does a howl, which is on turn 2, for when it builds up some stamina, it will give all your units like +7 attack or +8 attack or +9 attack, which is ridiculously OP. And so this is amazing. So finding this early was really great. I'm really excited about that. It's going to make this game definitely doable. All right, so I'm probably going to swing. Yeah, I could grab that goody hut there. We're going to just swing around to get a full look around me to find the best place for a city. But I think that's going to be the best place. Okay, so this is ready. I'm going to go here, and I'm definitely going to train a pioneer next. And then after that, I'm going to build the cleric. Okay, and you got to keep an eye here. Like, you know, there's nothing around me here, but something can show up, and they move pretty quick. They beeline for these guys. These guys beeline for your capital pretty quickly, and you can pretty much get wiped out early on. Okay, that's a nice place too. I wonder if I can do both of these. That would be great. All right, I don't think I can take a spiderling. It'll be close if I did. I just need a little more leveling. Okay, let's grab these 2 goody huts. Oh, wow, that's really... Now, this is key. That's great. That's a great early find if you're using the sword, of course. 3 more defense is just a huge benefit early on. So if you look here now, I've got a defense of 7, right? And that's going to take 7 away from every damage attack on me. And that's super, super great early on. So I've got this nice little additional initiative. I've got my 4 defense from that I had when I started. And this 3 defense plus a little 3 dodge. This is great. That's a really nice goody hut. Fine. By the way, I don't know if you saw that, but this just popped into existence. So there's kind of some display bug here that sometimes you can't see. So you always want to wait a turn is what I'm saying. You can't always see these places to build a city until after you either clear out some of the goody huts or just move next to it sometimes. I'm not sure exactly what sets it off. Okay, this is nearly useless. But I did, one of my weaknesses, I took a weakness to get more points creating my character is a low spell resistance. So for me, it's a little bit of a help. And then let's grab this abandoned village. Okay. So yes, guys. So this is exactly what I was talking about. So sometimes you'll get a free pioneer from an easy quest like this, which is great. So that's what I just did. So that's a huge help. That's like 9 production turns or whatever this took. All right, great. So I'm going to be careful here. Oh, okay, you want to separate them. You don't want to, she's going to slow you down here. So I want to be careful here where I go. And I'm going to work my way over to this 341, which I really like a lot. And I probably will make that a town, and then I'll make this 242 maybe a science city. Yeah, I think so. Okay, now the problem is if I settle this 341, it might wipe out this 242. So actually I changed my mind. I think I'll go here. The only problem is there's a spider's nest here, and I really have to remove that. Okay. Now, the other thing is, it doesn't come for a while, but somewhere around mid-game, they start plopping down anywhere where your zone of control is not, your zone of influence is not covering. They're going to plop down these big layers with nearly, at this difficulty level, nearly impossible to fight or this early on. So you definitely want to use up all the land around your cities. Anyway, now this is great too. So this, remember, I'm a 2-4. Right, if you look here, I'm a 2 food, I think. And so this is going to be a big help for me, as long as this other city doesn't grab it, which I don't think it will. All right, so I've got a good plan. Now I'm going to go back and fight these guys and hopefully not die. Dying here this early would be really bad, although not the end of the world. Okay, I just wanted to see if there's anything there. But I think I can take them. Let's see what happens. Let's start with these guys, because what's going to happen is they're going to start, right, sending out groups that'll, from this layer, they're going to send out, usually weaker than the actual layer, but they'll send out bandits and they'll easily get to my town in 2 turns. I could lose the city. So I definitely want to take these guys out as soon as possible. If I get into trouble, I do have that, if you remember, I have that wraith that I can always call on, but I should be able to handle these guys. Let's see what happens. And like I said, I can also play that game with the horse of attack, run. Let's see if I have enough initiative here. Okay. Probably not. All right. So watch what I mean. So if I go here and attack, Okay, so see, I get a second turn, right? And so with the horse, I can get away far enough that they can't hit me. And, you know, just doing this early on, I probably can handle these guys anyway, but I want to be sure about that, right? So, okay, end my turn. And then they're going to come up. Then I'm going to go back, hit them again. Now, it's... And by the way, you can follow this on the left, who's going to go next, right? So you can see I'm going to get 2 attacks, right? So this is me right now, and then I'm going to go again. So again, I can hit them, and then I can run back, right? And you can see, so I'm here. They're going to go next twice, right? So I'm going to run back here. Let them do their turn. Okay, and then I'm going to go behind them like here. Oh, see, this one doesn't matter. So they're going to attack right after me. So here I am, they're going to attack. So I don't get a double. It's like every other turn, depending on your initiative, you're going to get a double turn. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no, I was wrong. I read that wrong. Okay, so I did get 2 turns. Now, I could have ran that time, but I'm staying because I'm just bored. I want to get this done. And I'm very far ahead now, so I know I'm going to win this. Nice dodge there. It helps that I've got that shield. I'm going to take less damage. All right, this should go quick. If you ever get to this point, right, as long as you're winning like this, you can also just do this. You can just press to have the remainder of this battle auto-resolved. As long as you're that's the last guy and he's wounded like that, watch what's going to happen. I'm not going to lose any more hit points. See, I still only took 4 total. In fact, I think you sometimes get some back if you do that. I'm not attempting to cheat there. It's just, you know, I want to get this game going. All right. So I think there's nobody else here. And okay, great. By the way, if I can expand the city's influence, I don't think it'll get this far, but that's all. Clay pits are also amazing, right? That's going to give me extra production. Okay. This was strong. Okay, so let me go follow. Well, let's see what's down here. And yeah, I can't do that cave just yet. I might be able to. Let's go. Okay, let's follow these guys. So I'm going to go here. I do have to wipe this guy out because he's going to be dangerous. And because this has 2 here, I'm going to make this my science city. Okay. Of course, it'll take a while to get there. And now right away, I want to do this. So that's going to, now watch my, you watch up here, my 3 research is going to go up to 4, I think, because there's some corruption here, right? The reason it goes up to 4 is because there's unrest, I should say. There's 42% unrest. And so therefore, I'm losing half of my research. Instead of getting 2 for that, I only got 1. And of course, the other thing to do is put meditation there so we get some more mana. And then for construction, I'm going to build a logging camp. Again, I'm next to the woods, which is great. So it's going to give me +1 for production. I have 4 materials, so it's going to be +1 per material. Okay. All right. And then I think I'll do the same before. I'll build a merchant. His money is good. Now, at some point here, you can go like this, right? You can switch this to low, and that will drop that, right, this unrest to 34, so you're going to build faster, and you also get a little more science. So I'm making enough money, and that's why I'm building these early merchants, because it helps me to lower this, which lowers all my unrest. Okay. Oh, I didn't move him. No, I did. Okay, great. And so now I've got my second pioneer, and let's see, is it still there? The 3-4? Yeah, 3-4-1 is still there. That's great. So I might make that a town. We'll see what I make that. Okay. But it's all 3 of these are 4 production, which I love. So let's get him over here, and let's take this out. Now, this is going to be tough. I may have to burn. Let's see. Maybe not. Let's see what happens. I don't think I'm going to get an initiative advantage on this guy like I did before. No, it's going to be every other one. So we're just going to have to duke this one out. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, okay, it's going to be fine. I'll take a lot of damage, but... okay, I say fine. If I keep missing, it's not going to be fine. All right. We're almost there. Okay, we got this. But not before he gets one more shot at me. Okay, so I love swords for that counter attack, right? It's super crucial because if you miss your attack, there's no recourse. But if you have the counter attack, at least you're still always doing damage. You rarely miss both of those. Okay. So here's the question, right? Do I take heal or do I go right for this? So I think I'm going to take heal. This way, if I get caught in a battle like that, I can run backwards, heal myself, and then get back in there, and I can fight tougher creatures, which is great. All right, let's see. We know we're going to get fame for this. Okay, right. My fame is now at 6, so pretty soon the spouses are going to show up as possible marriage targets here. Okay. All right, let's go. So I want him to continue here. We're going to go right to there. There should be no threats around here. I'm going to take this wolf on. Let's go exploring a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, 3, 4, 1. That's what I want to do. Oh, this I can do right away. I should do this too, actually, because it just sends you on another quest. And so you never have to worry about that one. Anyone that's got the dragon quest there, you can do that anytime. And this way nobody else can grab it from you. Not that the AI does a really good job of grabbing quests from you. It doesn't. All right. I think I should be able to beat him automatically, right? So again, here's what's going to happen. Just for time's sake, right? Because I don't want to drag out every one of these early battles if I don't need to. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to do auto resolve. But if I lose, I will reload and just fight it manually. But I want it. But I took 13. Okay, that's fine. Now, I think this is a bug, right? So it says Potion of Might, but if you go to my equipment, right, I don't think you'll see it. Oh, no. You know, you don't. See, it's gone. So that's one of the many bugs that are still in the game. All right, I grab this goodie hut. So we got another fame, 8 gold, and... Okay, I think this is a better shield, right? I think it is. Let's take a look. That's great. Yeah, this... Wait a minute. This was only a 3, this is a 5. So that's a great find. So I've been very, very lucky with these early goodie huts. It's been nice. Okay. All right, let's see what's over in this direction. Yep, that's nice and easy. Even though I'm hurt here, I should be able to take them. Yeah, no problem. Okay. And then we'll take that. Another fame, we're getting there. And this is a weak one. That's great. I might get like another free... quests do repeat, so I might get something free. Okay. Oh, and I forget... No, I didn't forget. Okay. Do I have enough? Yes, I do have enough mana. So this is great. So I'm going to do another one of these. That's only going to give me one extra research, but that's a big deal at this point in the game. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to build the merchant. Okay. I'm not next to woods, am I? No. So there's no... It looks like I am. I think this will snake to this wood. So if your woods are on a corner like this, what'll happen is as soon as I build here, I will then be able to build that. So let's try that. So I'm going to put the merchant right there. And then it sort of connects you to the woods. But it only works on the diagonal. It doesn't work if it's 2 away. To the best of my knowledge. Okay. Now, one thing I want to start doing is getting mana, right? So I really want to research... Oh, yeah, I could have done this right away, too. I don't know if it's worth it. I have so many other things I need first. Okay. Well, let's grab this. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking... So just to show you this, I'm going to recruit him. Some of these don't work. Or it's not... I mean, this is just because I don't have a certain trait, but... Sometimes these don't work, and you certainly don't get fame when I think you're supposed to. So if you watch this, right? You see this fame is +0? I don't know. Maybe that's intentional, but I don't think so. And sometimes it just is blank. So they're still struggling with this. So when you pick up a guy like this, right, and you want to see what he can do, you hover over his sword here, and you can see as a club. So basically any weapon you have is better than that club. So... You may want to, so this is the kind of thing you kind of do, which is say, I might want to give him my shield and my, well, you can't use both of these, but all right, so I'm going to give him the spear. So you'll watch his attack value is 6 now, and if I give him the spear, it's going to be 7, and his accuracy went up a little bit. Not a big deal. But I'm not going to keep him with me, he's too slow. So I'm just going to send him back. Actually, I'm going to explore with him, excuse me. So while I go around up here, I'm going to send him down this way and see what he can find down there. Even though he's really slow, he'll eventually get there. Okay, and I'm just going to keep looking for goodie huts here. So what else has changed, right? A lot of the graphics have been improved. It's hard to see which ones have... I don't really play this for the graphics. It does... By the way, I want to build this pretty soon for money. it's hard to tell what looks better and what doesn't look better. There are some other UX improvements. I can't remember what they are right off the top of my head. But it's definitely less buggier, or I mean, there's new bugs, but there's overall the quests work better than beta 2. So it's really definitely playable at this point. Okay, that's always good. +3 crit chance, not a huge help, but when you make an assassin character later, that would be a big help. Now, I definitely can't take these mediums on. So, but these, that's a tough call. 16, that's a tough call. I'm going to wait on it. Maybe get lucky. Okay, pretty much useless, these heal potions. I mean, I do use them when I don't have a heal spell, but not that useful, frankly. All right, we're going to come around this way, I think, right? Oh, I can go either way. All right, now I'm worried because these things I left behind, I really should have taken them out because they will start growing, changing, and so Reavers look like bandits, but they're much tougher. Well, I shouldn't say much tougher. They're a little bit tougher. They get more crit damage. They do, yes, yeah, this Assassin's Knife, which is pretty dangerous, so definitely want to stay clear of them right now. All right, I'm going to go a little further in this direction, then I'm going to stop. See what I get. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, there's stuff there, but I want to go look. Okay, great. And I found another goodie hut. All right. Oh, I reached it, a level. Wow. Okay. So, both... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to take the guy on the right. It depends on the character, but when they have 2 bonuses like this... And by the way, I think even though that says +1 gilder per season, I think that only works in the city. I know this one only works in the city. But +1 material is really strong, right? That's like, instead of having a 2-4-2 for my capital city, now I have a 2-5-2, right? That adds +1 material. So when you get up to like 11 bonus per material, 11 production per material, whatever, that's 11 more production when it gets to that point. So I'm definitely going to take her, and I'm going to just plop her in my capital. It's just going to take a while to get there. But that's a nice early find, too. Okay, gotta watch you don't hit those wolves. Okay. Totally useless, right? Everything we have is stronger than that. Can't use a shield with it. It's totally useless. All right, this looks like... Oh, that 251. This looks like a great place to make yet another city. Okay. What do I want to do here? I want to do workshop for production because I'm trying to get to... When I get to that, the Great Mill, this will help me. So definitely going to focus my capital on just getting production up. And of course, she'll help with that too, which is a nice early find. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, totally useless. I wouldn't say totally useless, but more or less useless. Not a big help. You don't want to end your turn next to somebody, although more times than not, they're not going to attack you, but they sometimes will, and they are definitely stronger than I can. Okay. So let's see. You can see there's something's wrong here, and on the highest on widescreen resolution, you won't even be able to click it. It's usable here, but there's definitely this overlap, right? Okay, so same thing I'm looking for here. That's good, +1. What I mean by that is I'm looking for this trait, or there's other traits like it. +1 materials per turn, and with a little extra bonus of +1 research per turn. So I'm probably going to take her right off the bat. Just want to check this one out. This is +1 research and +1 grain, and actually that's pretty useful in that city I have. Oh, and there's 2+. Okay, so I may... That's a tough call. I can't take her now anyway, so I'm gonna have to wait. I can't take either one of them. But I always love +1 material. That's my go-to. But this would be really nice to have 2 +1 greens. Here they are. That would be really nice because that would get my population up much, much quicker. I got to think about that. Sometimes there's an easy choice. There's only one to choose, but both of those are good. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have ended next to them. Sometimes I'll reload if I was clicking and I just miscounted or something, and I was like, look, I meant to not to be next to them and they attack me. I might reload on that, right? But when I make a decision to attack, that's a commitment, and I got to see through it. And if I lose, I lose. Okay, where is she? Okay, I just want to be careful I don't hit anybody else. Okay, I didn't know. Oh yeah, he's going to explore, right? He's going to go explore this way. Now I got to be careful here because there could be some wandering creatures here. All right. There's another goodie hut. Oh, I could take those guys. There's just 2 of them. Yeah, totally. We'll take those guys out. Get some more fame from that. Useless just for selling, right? Maybe in the future it'll be an ingredient you can use. Okay, let's get this city built while it's on my mind. All right, what I want to build here is a logging camp. And a monument, right? So one of my other goals is to get these all connected here, which won't be that hard. I'm going to have to put an outpost here to do it. Once they're connected, their production will be greatly enhanced, because right now they have a lot of unrest. Okay, let's fight these guys. I almost tempted to do auto, but I'm pretty sure it'll balk. It'll get me killed and have to do a reload, which I'm trying to avoid. Again, I can't compliment the devs enough in first just taking this project on, not knowing how financially successful it's going to be. I think it is going to be successful, but and also just listening to a lot of feedback, and not just my feedback, but a lot of feedback. One of the nice things I think they're planning to do very shortly is when you're standing next to an archer, the archer will be at a disadvantage, which makes sense. I would like to see. First of all, I'd like to see terrain effects, like certain units get a bonus in terrain. I think that would add some flavor to the game, right? So certain races or certain mercenary units you get, if they're defending in woods, their defense goes up, or maybe their attack goes up or something like that. That would make for nice custom quests, you know, for mods too. So I'd love to see that. And I think I would love to see anybody on a horse charging an archer should have some kind of attack bonus, right? So I'd love to have a little bit of, you know, this guy versus this type of guy has an advantage, and particularly with archers, because you could stand there with a very strong cavalry unit fighting an archer, and it'll take 6 or 7 rounds to kill him. Meanwhile, he's picking off all your guys. So I think that's a little. This is nearly useless. I mean, yes, sometimes I need a desperate heal, but it's nearly useless. Okay, we cannot definitely not take on a medium army of wolves, but I'm going to grab this. Okay, I think I don't have a helmet, so that's nice. So now I get another, yep, that's another 2 defense, right, to 11. That's really good this early, although we're starting to leave the early stage. This is a nice freebie. I'm just going to grab these guys just for experience, right? I'm going to auto-resolve that. And I leveled up, sure enough. Okay, so next I'm going to take this, and then finally I get the Ice Elemental, which is super powerful early game to fight these mobs. Okay, I'm going to head back now. Okay, so there's one more to go. So it's 12 seasons away. It's not bad. And I'm going to get this great mill, which is just a huge, in my opinion, a huge, huge win. All right, I'm going to slowly head back. I'm going to go a little out of my way. Okay, I'm not going to. Yeah, I haven't seen any heroes of mine. That's weird. Usually early on like this, I do. I didn't even know what that did, so that, I don't know if it's a bug or what. And I should be able to beat this guy. I'd hate to not. Yeah, I'm going to wait. It's not like the AI takes huge advantage of it anyway. Okay, so let's explore to see what's down here. I really need to kill these guys before they upgrade. And, oh yeah, I'm not there yet. Okay. So I'm going to definitely head back. I'm feeling a little insecure about leaving my home so far away. I'm going to grab this on the way. Completely useless. Just sell it. It's all right. I got very lucky with my, early on with my, very, very lucky. So when this Wolf's Army changes to, I think it's called the Great Wolf's Army or the White Wolf's Army or whatever, that's when I use that collar, and that's when combat becomes a little OP for me. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. All right, so I've got all my production buildings here. Everything's good. I think I'll do... So the monument's just going to spread my influence, which will grab me some more of this stuff. So I'm going to do that right away. Okay, yeah, let's head back. Let me take a little wide turn on my way back. See, it's super powerful to be able to move 6 here, in my opinion. Totally worth it. Ah, finally. Although I think he's a high level one. So I don't want to end here. I want to stop here because otherwise I'm going to be... Oh, no, I can go there. Okay. I don't think I can get him until much later. Okay. Okay, monument, because I want to make this connect. I don't think it won't right away, but I'm working towards that goal. Okay. Slowly work our way back. Oh, I messed up. I didn't want to be that far away. All right, 1, 2. Now watch, right? He's 145 fame. That's not going to be for a long time. But this is good. It's giving me a little preview of what's down here. Okay, what's next? So at this point, I don't want to go for the guard. Is this going to be 8-7 turns? Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe I will go for the garden. Okay, I don't know. It's so valuable to have an extra pioneer at this early game, as well as maybe a militia too, just to sit in my town. But I'm going to do pioneer next. Okay, that's my priority here. All right, 1, 2. This is a nice freebie here. Let's take this, get some experience. I took 1 hit. Okay, that's great. Now, can I take 3 of them on? I think so. And like I said, now that I have the heal spell, I'm a little more comfortable doing this. So let's take this. Definitely could not do it on auto combat, but I think with my heal spell, I'll be fine. Yeah, and I added another 3 defense points or whatever it was. The helmet and the new shield are 5. So definitely going to be fine here with my heal spell as a backup. But I might not even need it. I love that indigestion sound. Alright, yeah, this is going easy. If I had a good weapon right now, I'd be taking on mediums, no problem. It's just... Sometimes you just don't hit that early weapon. Yeah, see, I'm rarely missing, too. I don't... You do miss a lot early game. I don't know what's giving me better accuracy or just a lot of luck, but I'm hitting most of the time. And like I said, see that counterattack? Super, super important in my opinion. Okay, let's take this, grabs. Oh, I didn't get fame for that. It's kind of weird. Sometimes they don't give you fame. And I don't want this because I have a better one. So that's pretty useless to me. But my next character... My next hero that I actually end up using, not in a city. Oh, did she ever make it to the city, by the way? I forgot to check that. I'm sure she did. Yeah, she did. Okay, great. So we're getting that extra. So if you look at my city now, right? If you look at production here, it says 5 materials. Remember, it was a 4 material city. Now you got 5 materials, and it's plus 11 per material. So that's pretty good production. Okay, now then, I'm probably going to build another pioneer. And I'm going to use one just to connect these 2 cities to give a nice boost to this production here. And then I'll probably grab a city over here somewhere. I just don't want to overextend myself because at this difficult level, you can get a... I don't know if that's better than what I have because of the low initiative. Let's take a look. Oh, I met somebody. Okay, I don't know where, but... So is this better than an 8 minus 2 versus a 9 minus 4? Yeah, I need the initiative, particularly for the way I play, so I'm not going to touch that. So again, not too valuable. Let's kill these guys. Oh, I might grab this one too. But I really need to head back and clear out anything near my home. Oh, I'm almost at next level. That's going to make us much more powerful than we are. Oh, here he is. Okay, so I'm going to probably build a city. Well, I already have one here. But I'm probably going to put another city out here somewhere to try to kind of block him. I really can't block him. Okay, let's fight these guys. I have a feeling I could beat them on auto. I hate to not. Well, if I'll reload if I don't. Okay, let's do it. I did. Okay, good. because of my high defense level, I think. And there's the level up, and finally we've got this ice elemental, and we have plenty of... No, we don't have plenty of mana. We only have 12. Okay, I take it back. Okay, one... Let's steal this goody hut there. Useless. Ugh. And by the way, you'll see, if it happens every game I've played so far in Beta 3, you're going to get like 8 guiding... This spear, this guiding spear. Sometimes they had like 6 of them lined up. Of course, there's already another spear. So the RNG on this is... I don't know. Something's lacking. Ooh, good. A quest. No, it's a medium. I can almost take medium quests now. Almost. Okay. Now, this is, right, a hero for the enemy. And there, I think... Oh, no, that is theirs, right? That's Umber. No. It's... So I'm going to kill this because I don't want him to grab that. And I should be able to take her just no problem. Okay. All right, so these two are connected. If I can just get the other two connected. Oh, wow, there's that too. All right, so I really don't want to try to take a medium right now. Okay, let's take her, though. Definitely want to kill her. And it really helps to have a heal spell now in case she does some spell damage or something to me. And I have a weakness against spells, so that's also a problem. Oh, yeah, here we go. So is it worth it? I think... I don't know what spell she could do to really hurt me, so I hate to waste 12 mana on this. So I'm just going to fight her. Let's see what happens. But I could lose here. She could curse. Probably going to curse me. Maybe. No. See, like 2 damage. Big deal. She wasted all that time. But I'm not hitting her, so that's a problem. Of course, I'm going much more often than she is. And she's doing hardly any damage, but this is ridiculous. All right, there we go. There's not much gain here. I'm going to get a little experience, but there's no goody hut. So this is just really, you know, we used to say when we played board games years ago, a point burned is a point earned. And that's what this is, right? Just preventing my competitors here, other empires, or to grab this hero. And I'll get a little experience, but it's not a huge boon for me. All right, great. You notice it's weird how that happens. Like, you start missing a lot, and then all of a sudden you start hitting a lot. I've seen that pattern. All right, let's grab this. That's nice. Oh, and another goody hut. 10 mana. We're going to use that right away. We can always use mana. Okay, so as I said to you, I'm going to connect these 2 cities right here. Actually, it'd be nice if I could connect here. I can't. Not and achieve this. So, yeah. All right, so I'm going to end up going there. Yeah, I'll have to build another one someday to pick this up. 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2. I think that'll work. It'll connect them. Okay. And we're going to, in one turn, we're going to be building this. So I don't really, unless I want to train maybe a militia. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Every time you train in the militia, right, it's going to start to take away maintenance from this tax money here. So I really don't want to have too many. I don't really need them as long as my heroes are keeping the area clear. But I've lost many a city for not doing that. Okay. Now, once that's done, right, I like this trading, which will give me roads to my cities. I do like to take that one early, but I definitely want to do shard harvesting because I want to get my mana up. Okay. So we're going to go head back home. Wonder if I could go the other way around. Probably could. Let's see. Maybe not. Nah, it looks... it's hard to tell. These guys... Oh, yeah, I should be able to take these guys, no problem. Oh, no, there's a shaman here. He's pretty weak, though. I don't want to risk it. Oh, no, I can do it because I have my spell now. Okay, so let's do this. I mean, he's actually really weak. But no, I don't trust it. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. Go right next to him. Yeah, here. And then I'm going to summon, right? So first of all, now that I have a new spell, I want to take one of these slots. So I'm going to click on this little star here. And I'm going to put it... I never use hopelessness, so we're going to put it there. And then I'm going to summon him. Okay. Most likely he's going to... Oh, he's going to summon a Darkling, right? Which is not too bad. And as long as I kill him pretty quickly, that thing will disappear. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. As long as I get one shot off with my ice elemental, it'll slow him. Oh, I'm not going to get it. Come on, one. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay. That's fine that he dies now. So he took a lot of hits that I would have taken, and now this guy's dead, which kills that summon guy, and then it's downhill from here. All right, so if you're still with me, I think I'm going to stop right around here after this battle. I may get all the way home just to see if it connects, and then I'll stop, and we'll call this early game, right? And really, I'm going to start the production of that great mill, and I think when that great mill is completed, that's when I kind of consider it to be mid-game. But I've already got that summoning spell, which you can see how powerful that is. Okay, now this is great. So I'm going to use this wolf, grab this wolf here. And all he's going to do is explore. So he's super fast. And he's super useful for exploring. That's all I use him for. He dies way too easily. It takes a lot of less hit points. They end up targeting him a lot. Okay, I'm going to grab that. And then, so what's nice is he's going to tell me if this connects, so I don't have to waste my time. All right, so she's in my home, right? She's an assassin. Yeah, there's nothing great here because I'm going to leave her there. I'm not really going to use her as an assassin, at least not early on. So, yeah, I don't know what to take. That's kind of useful for a character plus 3 armor's health regeneration. I don't know. All right, let's give her experience. Right, every hero gets... Oh, that somebody I might be able to grab. Every hero gets 1 experience per turn for sitting in its city, which is nice. That's new in the game from the original Fallen Enchantress. All right, where was I? I just want to see if this connects here. All right, so I'm going to send the wolf down there, and it's hard to tell. Okay, let's set this outpost up. So now we're connected, right? So now if I click on this city, next turn, this unrest where it says not contiguous to the capital, that'll be 0. And that'll boost the production of this city and this city very quickly, which will be really helpful. And I'm going to build that shard as soon as I can. Okay, I've got a militia here. Everybody's safe right now, but I think I'll just store him here. All right. And then, of course, we're going to do that. So we're going to build the mason, which gives me an extra production per material, which is great, plus the 10%. And then I'm going to build the great mill. 29, that's pretty quick. So that's good. I'm going to get that very quickly, thanks to that 5 production in there. Okay, these are all going well. And again, I'm going to grab this, right? Because that's nice free research there. Okay. This makes you move +1, this tireless march. It's really, really powerful. But I do start to panic that things are going to get tough. And I don't really need the roads right away. Yeah, I do want to expand. So, okay, I'll do this. So I'm going to do these 4, and then I'm going to immediately, and I'm late to this, grab leatherworking so I can start building better troops, because I'm going to start having trouble soon. But right now I'm in a really good position, so I am going to go this route here. And I am going to guess that connects. That usually does. And, you know, we may find something useless. And I'll turn the wolf around. Okay. He's still wandering around here. Okay, so I'm going to turn the wolf around, have him explore back the way we came. All right, what to do this one? So I said I wanted to make another city, but, you know, way up here is very vulnerable. I love this 252, by the way. I don't know. You know, you'd like to block these guys, but you can't. They can get to either side of this when they're expansion, and they are expanding. So I think what I'll do is I'll send them up in that direction, and then I'll decide later. Just got to be careful here that you don't get ambushed by somebody. I should have taken this out on the way back, actually, now think about it. But, you know, you may find something good here worth grabbing. No, of course I don't. There's nothing here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I had a city that wasn't building. Sorry. And we'll do cleric, right? No, we'll do bell tower because I want to expand our... Because if I can get to this... I want to expand my influence. And so the next build after that, oh, actually, no, I want to do this. Okay. Let's switch that over. So fire altar first. Yeah, very, very important. Is there another one in my range? No, but there's a gold deposit and this thing. I know I ignored both of these. I should have done those earlier. Okay, here's the order we're going to do this in. As soon as that's done, we'll build those. So now you can see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you can fit 7 here. So since they changed the UX, as per my suggestion, that's great. I'm really excited about that. It's so much easier. And then I just don't, because it's cumbersome to try to reorder these, so I just limit myself to 7, and I'm fine with that. That works out nice. Okay, there is a wolf army there, but there's 3 of them. I might be able to take that, to be honest with you. Yeah, we could end it. We can end it there. Let's try it. 26 to 811. I think with my heal spell, I might be able to pull it off. Let's see. So this will be the exciting battle that I'm really overextending myself a little bit too. So my technique here is I want to back way up because this ice elemental takes a long time before he gets his first turn. And he'd get killed before he even did anything. So I like to go here. And then, you know, I have backups here, right? I could do this whale and do some damage to each one, but I'm just going to risk it. I think I can survive it. So I'm just going to skip my turns till they get close enough. Okay, see that? Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to get the first attack. And he's going to get to hit one and slow it down, which is really critically important here. So it's going to be bloody. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yep, counterattack. Oh, good, they missed. So I'm going to slow this one, damage and slow this one down. Okay, that's great. So now we've slowed one wolf down. They're going to go after him like crazy. I might get one more attack with him, maybe. Yeah, we should. Yeah, this is great. Okay, good. So now it's down to 2 wolves, 1 is slow. So we've got this. I mean, it's not going to be... it's going to be not close, but I'll take a lot of damage here. Oh, okay, that's great. I got the third. So they're both slowed. They're both heavily damaged. This is going to be nice. And then he'll die here. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're both slowed. That's why. Oh, that's great. Okay. He lasted just long enough for me to pull this victory out. Nice. And I'll get a lot of experience for this. Because there were 3 wolves. Let's see what I pick up here. 38. That's pretty good. Okay, we're going to stop here. So, very good early start. I mean, my cities aren't wonderful. There are better cities. Like sometimes you'll find one with 4 of these essence slots or these enchantment slots. But it's pretty good. And I have a nice protection here with these mountains, right? I've got a choke point here. Now this is wide open. Well, not wide open, but there's 2 ways in here. Oh, by the way, I didn't even see these wolves here. I've got to take care of this. So as soon as my guy gets back, I'm going to go around on the exterior here and kill all this stuff to make sure nothing's bothering me. See, I'd rather expand here. I mean, I can do both, but I'd rather expand here, right? Because this is all protected by these mountains here. And then maybe back here, too. In fact, yeah, this is a corner, and that'd be great. Yeah. Okay, so this is a nice little start, a nice little area to start in. I've got some great goodie huts overall. We're great finds. I just don't have a good weapon. So very nice early start in Beta 3. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll continue the game in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me keep making these videos, and thanks for your time.